members of parliament, but really the graduates, it's your day. Because you are taking one step further. You just took the medical oath, and I vaguely remember when I did it last time 20 years ago. So it's really your day, and I hope you celebrate that. So it's my honor to address you on behalf of the World Health Organization, and to see so many young new doctors taking their steps forward to work in medicine, but in all other areas related. In my experience, you really don't know where you end up in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. And I vaguely remember when I took the medical oath 20 years ago, I never thought that I will address you in Kyiv today, or that I have been traveling around the world and being in different places. So, but what you can take with you from the university, all the time you've spent together, is that you use your knowledge, your critical thinking, and you genuinely try to improve people's health with you every day. And that's very important to take with you, because some of you become doctors, some of might be managers, some of you work in another field. But what is very, very important when you have graduated from medical faculty, you have certain values, you have certain way of thinking, and that's very, very important to take the society further. You're entering to the labor force soon. Some of you are working already. At the United Nations level, and as WHO, we were looking what is the health workforce in 2030. We know that the technology is developing, we know that there is artificial intelligence, we know that actually there might be less work to do as the technology, robotics, everything develops. There is a good news for you. There is one of the few areas where we actually need more workforce, and that's in the health sector. We need more nurses, we need more doctors. And if we are looking globally, actually there is need for 40 million more jobs to actually respond to the population needs, changing age structure, but also all the crises which are there around the world. So I hope that each of you will actually continue in the health sector and contribute to the work that we all take further. But I want to say here also one aspect is some of you are international students, some are actually born in Ukraine, but you might think where you end up to work. Some of you are looking to the jobs in Western Europe or the US. But what is important, if we want as a health community to advance the universal health coverage, we should find a way and at least some time of our life to work also in the low-income countries, in the middle-income countries, where actually the health needs are. Because when I mentioned that we need 40 million more health workers, at least half of them are actually working in the difficult settings. So I hope that some of you I will meet in Latin America, in Africa, in Pacific or Asia, sometimes in the future, 10, 20 years as we go ahead. My own path has taken me to the different countries. I had never thought I would spend some time in Caucasus. I have been in the last few years in Kyrgyzstan, in Central Asia, before coming to Ukraine, in Moldova. But actually that's the beauty of being a medical doctor. You can help people in different settings. And I hope that you will also explore the wider world. And finally, I hope some of you will also find the path to work in the family medicine. I remember when I was a student in the 90s, everybody wanted to become a gynecologist. Many want to become a dermatologist. There are a lot of interesting specialties. In some countries 30, some countries 100. But I hope that some of you will take this difficult path to work also in the first level of care, where actually we can respond to 60 to 70% of population need and work in the family medicine. Because I remember in the 90s, when I'm coming from Estonia, we were building up the health system. The most brave and most clever ended up actually working in the family medicine, because that's really tough to work in the resource-limited setting and actually help people in the societies, communities, and closer where they live. But I trust that many of you also become very good cardiosurgeons, pulmonologists, gynecologists, and so on. And what is important in the medical field, that we work all closer together. So what I would wish you, first I wish you that you remember your graduation day, because your emotions are there, you are thinking about so many things, you have done so much work to come to this moment, and then you go on. So I hope that in 10, 20 years you still remember this moment in Kyiv, wherever you will be. But also I wish you wise choices, keeping the values that you just shared in the medical oath. Continue learning, because medicine develops so quickly that 6 to 12 months after graduation you should actually read a book again. But also your dedication to public health and the wider development of the society. But as also the medical oath says, also take care of your own health, because you are the role models, you are the ones who are there to help other people. So I society and see you sometimes in Ukraine, but I hope some of you in other countries, and wish that you all become wonderful doctors. Thank you.